we are getting set for our second and final game today and the season finale today as Post 8 takes on Yankton Post 12 here in Renner for our second game today. There are 3 games in total. Pierre beat the Renner Sultans 3-2 just a little bit ago. And also now here Pierre versus Yankton, and then Yankton will take on the Renner Sultans to close out the triangular. And for these 3 teams, the regular seasons will come to an end. Yankton, who will be hosting regardless of how things turn out today, but still potentially could move up if they get 2 wins today, and then they need a little bit of help from Brandon Valley. There's a couple teams that need a little bit of help from Brandon Valley. The Post 8 would absolutely take a little bit of help from Brandon Valley as well into those next games tomorrow to try and get a couple extra seed points. If they do sweep Aberdeen, they will jump to the 500 win percentage, which will then move them another spot up or another 6 extra seed points to help them potentially move up the standings. But if the 8s take care of business today, I don't know if that will even matter at that point. They got to make sure that they beat Yankton today and not even have to worry about Brandon Valley and whether they sweep Aberdeen or not. But it is Pierre versus Yankton. We'll come back here in about 3 minutes. We'll get you set for game 2 and get you the starting lineups as well. Back in 3 minutes, you're listening to Post 8 Baseball on KCCR, and you're watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
No one likes to have electrical problems, but when they happen, call Todd's Electric at 223-2518. With over 28 years of experience, Todd's Electric can handle any type of electrical problem, whether it's residential, commercial, or agricultural. Their knowledgeable staff knows and understands the importance of your home, business, or ag facility and are prepared to help. Call Todd's Electric at 223-2518. That's 223-2518. Todd's Electric, serving the Pierre and Fort Pierre areas. The line to power.
Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. Your Pierre area Edward Jones Financial Advisors understand this. That's why Edward Jones is a proud sponsor of Governor Athletics on KCCR. Go Govs! For all your investment needs, call or stop by one of our offices to visit with your Pierre area Edward Jones Financial Advisor. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Hey you. Are you at a job that is fulfilling, has good benefits to support you or a family today, and retirement goes down the road? If you just said no, listen up. CHS River Plains is hiring operations personnel, drivers, and custom applicators at several locations. These come with a knockout affordable benefit package for you and the whole family. Apply to a job with CHS River Plains and up your benefits straight up. To apply, visit us online at chsriverplains.com or stop in at one of our locations. CHS is an equal opportunity employer.
Happy anniversary, Wagner Auto. Wagner Auto is celebrating 117 years in the area with sales and service, and now they want to thank you for taking part. When you buy a vehicle at Wagner's, you'll receive $117 in beef bucks just in time for grilling season. See us for details. Get sale prices on Buick, GMC, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram. Check out our ever-expanding inventory. Get the best deals now during the 117th anniversary celebration at Wagner Auto, South Dakota's oldest auto dealership. Wagner Auto, 330 East Sioux in Pierre. Yag Air Incorporated is your locally owned ag, chemical, and seed retailer. Yag Air Incorporated offers reliable ground and aerial application. For the latest seed and chemical pricing, contact Kyle at 605-280-8710 or Tony at 605-280-4771. Yag Air for all your ag, chemical, and seed needs. Kyle 605-280-8710 or Tony 605-280-4771.
Sometimes you get a piece of it and the ball sails over the fence. Other times, despite your best efforts, you strike out. I'm not just talking about the game, I mean your day. This is Pastor Sam of Faith Lutheran Church. Whether today feels like a home run or a strikeout, I encourage you to join us for worship. We celebrate when God gives us a wonderful day. We provide support and encouragement when that third strike comes. Come join us for encouraging and uplifting worship at Faith Lutheran Church.
We are just about set and ready for first pitch as both teams have exchanged their lineup cards, and The Eights will be coming to the plate first. They flipped. I was the one that got the chance to do the coin flip, but Yankton won the toss, and they have elected to be the home team here in this second game. And if we look at our starting lineups, and first it will be for Pierre Post State, the visitors. Nolan Peterson will lead things off. He is catching. Left fielder Carter Shufflebein will bat second. Sutton Sunshine will bat third and play center. Grayson Hunsley, the third baseman, will bat fourth. Miles Doy, the second baseman, batting fifth. Charlie Simpson, the DH, batting sixth. J.J. Buckles, just off of his complete game 100-pitch outing, he will be the first baseman, batting seventh. Dawson Getz, the shortstop, will bat eighth. And Gunnar Edson will be the right fielder, batting ninth here in this ball game. As you're listening to KCCR Pierre, a Riverfront Broadcasting Station, right at 4 o'clock for Game 2. Be a couple minutes past 4 o'clock when we get official first pitch of this second game. Yankton Post 12. And before we get to Yankton's lineup, Cooper Twilger is on the mound. He will get the start. He started on Thursday, but threw less than 60 pitches to have a chance to come pitch again today. He did not have his best stuff against Brandon Valley, only throwing 2 innings, giving up 3 hits, 7 runs, 6 of them earned with 5 walks and a strikeout. But Yankton Post 12, their batting order, it'll be Tate Bestie, the left fielder, lead things off. Lucas Kamshoff will bat second to be the shortstop. Matthew Sheldon, the DH, batting third. Owen Wishon, the second baseman, will bat fourth. Easton Feeser, the first baseman, batting fifth. Sam Goki, the third baseman, to bat sixth. Evan Sirk, the right fielder, batting seventh. Austin Goebel will bat eighth and play center field. Kevin Johnson, the catcher, batting ninth for Yankton, with Cale Gary on the mound in this ball game for Yankton Post 12. And for Gary, he will be making his 5th start, 9th appearance overall. It'll be a 3-1 record. He does have 2 saves and 2 chances for Gary. 31 hits in 29 innings of work. 18 runs, 11 of them earned. He has given up just 3 walks, make that 12 walks, 21 strikeouts. 2.66 ERA, a 1.48 whip, and a batting average against at 263. So Gary has been good, and has been one of those pitchers for Yankton who have found themselves in a spot where they will most likely be hosting. I say most likely, they will be hosting. It'll just be depending on who they will host. And if Post State would beat them, well, there's a chance that maybe Pierre finds their way into facing Yankton at the end of the season, or at the this coming Thursday. Maybe the Eights only get as far as going to Watertown, but the Eights do put themselves in a much better spot, knowing that really they're not going to fall back much farther. They should pass Harrisburg Maroon now with that win against the Renner Sultans. Obviously, again, things can still change a little bit with the fact that East is playing. They could maybe drop they could drop to that next tier with a couple losses. Then also the fact that it could be Brandon Valley that moves up to the 500 mark that could add a couple points. There still is a lot to be determined before we get to the end of the day tomorrow night after all the games are concluded. Nolan Peterson will lead things off here in our second game of the day, final game of the regular season. First pitch will be over for strike one as we're underway at 4:03 here this afternoon. Final game of the regular season. Postseason play will follow starting Thursday. That 0-1 pitch will miss low, and the count's now 1-1. And we'll see where the Eights will stand at the end of the regular season, who they will face next week. There'll be a ground ball. It'll be a tough hop. The third baseman will field. His throw to first will not be in time, and it'll be a leadoff error. Goki had to take one up on the chest. And the leadoff man is on base to kick things off of the ball game. And it'll bring up now the number 2 hitter in Carter Shufflebein. And maybe they will give Peterson the base hit. It's a tough play for the third baseman. Probably an error by Goki. At least he and the Yankton staff would probably say it would be an error. Shufflebein will drop down the bunt. That will drop in. The throw from Goki, the third baseman, who dove, just couldn't quite make the catch, but made the stop. He was able to fire to first to retire Shufflebein. The sacrifice is good. And there's now a runner on at second. And 5-3 on the sacrifice. One down here in the top of the first inning. And it brings up Sutton Sunshine. Sunshine went 1 for 4 in game number 1. First pitch at the knees for strike one, and if Gary can live down there throughout the afternoon, it's going to be a really tough day for the Pierre hitters. That one was as far at the bottom of the zone as you can get. Still a strike as it counts 0-1. That'll bounce in, and the count is even at a ball and a strike here to Sun and Shine. It is an error to Goki. Sacrifice bunt from Shufflebein. As it is a 1-1 count here to Sun and Shine. Be followed by Grayson Hunsley. Here's a 1-1. That'll miss low, and the count's 2-1. Yankton so far in South Dakota games with just these last two remaining, as they sit at 13-7 in 6th place in the standings right now. That pitch will miss low, and the count's now 3-1. Top 7 teams, could be 8 teams, but top 7 that are not part of the automatic qualifier of Brookings, who is hosting. Top 7 host a best-of-3 series. There's a swing and a miss, and the count's now 3-2. And the winners of those 7 matchups advance. Brookings is already in. They're the qualifying team. Here's a 3-2 pitch now here to Sun and Shine. He'll chop it at the plate, stay alive at 3-2. But Yankton, 1.5 ahead of Aberdeen. As long as Yankton gets a win today, they don't have to worry about Aberdeen. Even with the 2 losses, probably still Aberdeen would have to sweep to keep Aberdeen from passing them. That'll be fouled out of play, and we'll do it again here at 3-2. But they're only .0818 behind Watertown. So 2 wins, they definitely move up. And then even if East would lose a couple times, maybe there's still a spot that Yankton moves ahead of them as well, as that one will be ball 4 to Sun and Shine. Makes it first and second, as it'll be Grayson Hunsley to the plate. Hunsley went 2 for 2 with 2 singles and a walk in game number 1. Sioux Falls East will play Harrisburg Gold tomorrow. So it's not out of the question that ends up being East dropping 2 games. It'll be a ground ball foul and one hop into the third base dugout. Trevor Rounds, who not in the ball game but had his glove on, looked up, made the catch. Here's the 0-1 to Hunsley. That'll be upstairs, and the count's even at a ball and a strike. So first and second here with 1 out. Here in the top of the first. Eights are threatening to try and get an early lead against Yankton. Here's the 1-1. That'll miss low, and it's now a 2-1 count. Go around the horn defensively here in just a moment for Yankton, with barring a double play turn. Here's a 2-1 from Gary. That'll miss low as well, and it's now a 3-1 count. Miles Doyle, the second baseman, waiting on deck. Gary in danger of walking the bases loaded here. 3-1 pitch. Hunsley will chop it foul. And it's now a full count again. Second full count in the first 4 at-bats of the ball game. So leadoff error by the third baseman and Goki, sacrifice bunt, a walk, and now another 3-2 count. 3-2 pitch, a chopper, slow whirler. Third baseman Goki will field. His throw to first will get the man and Hunsley and his counterpart, and there's 2 down, and it will bring up now Miles Doyle to try and give the Eights the lead. So the third baseman Goki's made both plays for outs so far in this first inning, and now Doyle a chance with 2 runners in scoring position. 0 for 3 in game number 1. Had a base hit, but ended up being a fielder's choice in his first at-bat, as the first pitch will come in for strike 1. Out in left field, it is Tate Bestie, Austin Goebel in center, Evan Sirk in right. Sam Goki over at third. Lucas Kamshoff at short. Owen Wishon at second. First baseman Easton Fieser. As that pitch will miss low for ball one. Caught by Gavin Johnson, the catcher. And Cale Gary on the mound. 1-1 count here to Miles Doyle. 1-1. That's at the knees in the outside corner, and the count's now 1-2. And with two runners in scoring position here in the top of the first inning, Gary's a strike away from dancing out of danger. 1-2 pitch will miss low and away, and it's now even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. So deuces are wild here in the first inning. 2 on and 2 out, and a 2-2 pitch upcoming. Gary fires, missing low, and it's now full at 3-2. On deck, the DH, Charlie Simpson. Third straight at bat with a full count for Gary. Taken for strike 3, and Doyle will strike out looking and end the inning here in the top of the first. No runs, no hits, an error, and 2 men left on base. We head to the bottom of the first. No score between Pierre and Yankton. Back in a minute on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports. We will keep it here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports, as it is the bottom of the first. And we go through the lineup here for Yankton at post 12. Tate Bestie, the left fielder, will lead things off. Lucas Kamshoff, the shortstop, will bat second. It'll be Matthew Sheldon, the DH, batting third. Owen Wishon, the second baseman, batting fourth. Easton Fieser, the first baseman, will bat fifth. Samuel Goki, the third baseman, batting sixth. Evan Cirk, the right fielder, batting seventh. Austin Goebel, the center fielder, batting eighth. And Gavin Johnson, the right fielder, will bat ninth. Here for Yankton post 12, as Cooper Twilliger will be on the mound, making his second starts in the last 3 games after only going 55 pitches on Thursday. Twilliger wants to recover from that outing on Thursday. He's thrown 44 to third innings, which is the second most, only an inning shy of Miles Doyle, and will most likely get that here in this ball game. We'll pass up Doyle for the team lead in innings at the end of the season. This is his 10th start overall. He is at 4-4, giving up 41 hits, 34 runs, 27 of them earned, 34 walks, 34 strikeouts, 4.26 ERA, a 1.69 WHIP, the batting average against at 252. And so of the 44 innings as well, he's got 11 of those 44 have gone for 1, 2, 3 innings for Cooper Twilliger. And the tall right-hander, again, will be looking to try and rebound from the starts last Thursday, where he did not have his best stuff, and maybe emulate what J.J. Buckles did and go a complete game. He went just 2 innings on Thursday against Brandon Valley, gave up just only 3 hits, but it was 7 runs, 6 of them earned, 5 walks and a strikeout, and 55 pitches through 2 innings. So not the best outing for Cooper Twilliger. He knows it, everybody, and he knows it, and we have seen him be very good for Cooper Twilliger. So Tate Bestie will lead things off as Yankton with a 285 batting average coming into the doubleheader. Or I guess in the triangular, and still will be a doubleheader for them as the first pitch is over for strike 1. Only Renner has a game off in between. Here is the 0-1 pitch. This will be a line shot into center field. That'll drop in for a base hit, and the leadoff man is on base.
Leadoff hit brings up Lucas
And so it is, will be Lucas Kamshoff. Right into center field, dropping in front of Sutton Sunshine out in center field. Lucas Kamshoff, 460 batting average. 16 doubles, 4 triples, 4 home runs, 26 runs driven in. Team leader in batting average, team leader in hits. As that pitch will miss low for ball 1. I mean, it's not even close to a second place. Matthew Sheldon, number 3 hitter, who's having himself a not too bad season with 31 hits. He's still 21 behind Kamshoff for the team lead. Just how good Kamshoff has been. This will be fouled back, and it counts 1-1. On top of that, he's got 4 of the 11 home runs. Fieser's got 4 home runs as well. Feaser's got the team lead in RBIs. Kampshoff trailing by just 3 at 26. Sheldon also with 21. And that short porch in left field is one that's Yankton's kind of licking the chops right now. That one will miss low, and the count's 2-1. Obviously, you don't want to try too hard to be swinging for the fences, but at the same time, some routine fly balls might find their way out. 2-1 pitch. This will be flown out by Kampshoff out towards left center field. That will get out to the wall. That will hit the bottom of the wall. Sunshine will pick it up. They will stop at second and third. And just missing a 2-run homer for his 5th of the year was Kampshoff, but he's got his 17th double of the season. And it's second and third here with nobody out here in the bottom of the first.
Brings up number 18, Matthew Sheldon.
And now here's Matthew Sheldon. And 282 batting average for him, 9 doubles. 21 runs driven in for the number 3 hitter, Sheldon. Here's the first pitch. That is outside for ball 1. So already a little bit of a challenge here for Post State and for Cooper Terwilliger. Here's the 1-0. This will be flown out by Sheldon right to the right fielder, Gunnar Edson, who will make the catch. Runner from third will tag, and it'll be overthrown the cutoff man of Buckles. That will allow the runner to get to third. It'll be a sac fly RBI for Matthew Sheldon, and still a runner on at third. And a 1-0 lead here for Yankton.
Sacrifice fly brings up number 3, Owen Wishon.
So now here's Owen Wishon with a runner on at third and 1 out. First pitch will miss for ball 1 to Wishon. That was RBI 22 for Matthew Sheldon. Wishon at 322 batting average on the cleanup spot. That'll be over for a strike at the knees, and the count's 1-1. So 1-1 count. Wishon 6 doubles, 2 triples, a home run, 18 runs driven in. That'll be at the top of the zone for a strike, and the count's now 1-2. I think he was wanting to pull the trigger on that pitch at the top of the zone, but couldn't. Here's the 1-2. That was a check swing towards the first base dugout, and that'll be fouled. The count remains at 1-2. The OPS 924 for Wishon. 1-2. This will be flown out towards left center field. Sunshine going back. He'll make the catch. Kampshoff will also tag, and everybody will be nonchalant as Kampshoff comes in to score. And there's now 2 down. There's no chance of Sunshine being able to get Kampshoff out. Kampshoff also knew it, so it's back-to-back sacrifice flies. And there's 2 down here in the bottom of the first, and a 2-0 lead here for Yankton. First pitch will be over for strike 1 to Easton Feaser. Also has 4 home runs on the season for Yankton. Kampshoff and Feaser have combined for 8 of the 11. That'll be on the outside corner for a strike, and the count's 0-2. And Terwilliger trying to get an end to this first inning. 0-2 pitch. Swinging a foul just out of the glove of Nolan Peterson. The count remains at 0-2. Carter Schuffelbein's out in left, Sunshine in center, and Gunnar Edson in right. Grayson Hunsley at third, Dawson Getz at short, Miles Doyle at second, J.J. Buckles at first. Nolan Peterson behind the plates, and Terwilliger delivers the 0-2. Swing and a miss. Peterson will put the tag on to retire the side, and a 2-0 lead. 2 runs on 2 hits, no errors, and no one left on base. We head to the top of the second. Yankton leads 2-0 over Pierre. Back in a minute on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Look, it's no secret that owning a vehicle can cause a lot of stress, and they get a lot of wear and tear on them through the extreme seasons we've grown to love. Graham Tire wants you to know that you can trust them with any problem that you have with your vehicle. Their ASE certified mechanics can make your AC cool again, or even just change your oil. They can look into and fix those noises that seem to come from nowhere and have you stressed out. Bring your car to Graham Tire so they can put your mind at ease. Graham Tire, your tire store next door.
Why am I so sore? There are everyday moments.
What? Hey, hold the ladder!
Yeah, that hurt. And there are epic moments.
Slide! College! Class of 1995!
When a moment creates a health need, visit the experts at Avera Orthopedics. We're moving health forward so you can tell the story. Learn more at avera.org/orthopedics.
It is the top of the second. Post State is down 2-0 on the American Family Insurance Brittany Schuffelbein scoreboard. Cale Gear is able to get his way out of that first inning without any damage. And then the first two guys that reached on a single and a double both came home on sacrifice flies. And that's where we stand here with a 2-0 score at the end of one complete. Here's the 1-0 from Gary to Simpson. That'll miss low, and the count's 2-0. Simpson in game one went 0 for 3. He's got a chance to maybe make this a one-run ball game if he can get a hold of one. He'll swing and pop that one up, though, on the right side. Coming in will be the right fielder in Cirque. He'll make the catch. 3 pitches for the first down here in the top of the second. And it will bring up the first baseman, J.J. Buckles. Buckles, through 7 innings, giving up 4 hits, 2 runs, 5 walks, 2 strikeouts, and really settled in after the first 4 guys reached base in that first game against the Renner Sultans. That will miss low for ball 1. He allowed a total of 3 more walks and 2 singles, along with a fielder's choice. The only guys that reached base the rest of the way, as that'll miss low, and the count's now 2-0. And that was from the second inning on through the next 5 innings, so really only averaging 1 base runner per inning the rest of the way. That'll miss low, and it's now a 3-0 count here to Buckles. And the first time that he swings the bats here in this ball game and for the day today, he is hitting 188. Does have 3 doubles, 11 runs driven in, had a double in the loss against Brandon Valley on Thursday. 3-1 pitch. Buckles will push that one to right field. Cirque will come a long way. That's going to land fair for a base hit. Buckles will have Post State's first hit of the ball game. 1 out single down the right field line. And a runner on first here with 1 away.
Dawson Getz.
And it brings up Dawson Getz, the shortstop, who was trying to break out of this mini slump a little bit. 0 for 3 in game 1. Takes just 1 base hit. And all of a sudden, things can open up just like it did in the Dakota Classic for him. That one will be fouled back, and the count's 0-1. 1 point in the year, about a month from the Dakota Classic moving forward, he was hitting almost 500 in that time span. 0-1 pitch will bounce in. The count's 1-1. This has been a taxing week for Post State. Didn't take the bus today, but had 2 bus rides on Tuesday and Thursday to Harmon and then to Brandon Valley. Now a trip here to Renner. This will be grounded to the third base side. This will be a slow roller that's picked up by the third baseman, and a safe call at first. The first baseman and Feeser had to come off the bag as the throw was kind of high, and it ends up being first and second now here with 1 out. And most likely be an infield single for Dawson Getz. It is now Gunnar Edson.
Gunnar Edson.
Edson did not play in game 1, as he is hitting 188. His 4 hits so far in the season. That'll miss low for ball 1 to Edson. I think that's 6 hits in total for Edson. He does have an RBI. Would be perfect to get his second RBI here to pull the 8s within 1. Here's the 1-0 from Gary. That'll be on the inside edge for a strike. The count's now 1-1. Then on top of that, you, as a number 9 man, when every time you get on base, that much more of a benefit as the top of the order is up next, and they got guys on base to make it happen. That'll miss low, and the count's 2-1. Good block there from Johnson. A 2-1 count here to Gunnar Edson. Here is the 2-1. Edson rips it out towards right field. The Cirque will go back. He'll still go back. He'll make the catch. Buckles was standing on the back, so he'll tag up. Edson put a good charge into it, almost burned him. But Cirque was able to get a good jump, get back to make the catch. Buckles will tag to third. And it is first and third now here with 2 away. And it brings up Nolan Peterson. So 2 flyouts to the right fielder, Cirque. And now let's see if Peterson can get a base hit. All it does is take just a base hit. Doesn't have to be down the line, through the gap, anywhere to get the 8s within 1. As the first pitch will miss low for ball 1. However, somewhere in the gap, even though with the shorter field, he still maybe gets on his horse with 2 outs and could score from first. That'll be missing low, and the count's now 2-0. 2-0 pitch from Gary. There's a line shot that's off the glove, and Gary cannot get to it in time. That one hurts. Hit him right square in the palm of the glove. I think that he mostly okay. Took his glove off to wipe it on his pant leg. It's a base hit for Peterson, infield single for Peterson, and a RBI as well. Buckles comes in to score. And Peterson couldn't hit that one harder or right on the nose. As Carter Shufflebein to the plate now. That one will miss low for ball 1. And time will be called, and Coach Lawrence will make his way out and just make sure that Gary is okay. He said he was okay, but the first pitch missing low for ball 1, and I think Coach Lawrence says, we better go talk about this right now. Just make sure everything seems to be fine. And maybe we're talking more about his infield right now than so much to Gary. But with Shufflebein at the plate, and this is a big at-bat. And Peterson, you put that ball on the tee, and on your swings, that's exactly where you want that ball to go. If you're making square contact, is right back up the box. And you end up with a base hit on top of it. Here's the now 1-0 to Shufflebein. That'll be at the knees for a strike. The count's now 1-1. Gets it second. Peterson at first. Base hit could tie the ball game up. 2-1 score right now. The Eights trail by 1. 1-1 pitch. That is grounded over to Coach Iverson, who skips out of the way. Those are ones where, as a former player, you think you can still make those plays. Someone was hit way too hard at him. Wisely moved away from it. So the count's now 1-2. Gary delivers. It'll be coming inside, and it's evens the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. So again, for the second inning in a row here in the top half, the deuces are wild with 2 on and 2 out, and a 2-2 pitch upcoming. Gary comes set from the stretch. That one will miss low, and the count is now full at 3-2. And everybody will get a head start. 3-2 count with 2 outs here at the top of the second. 3-2 here to Shufflebein. Fouled off at the plate, off of the arm of Shufflebein. We'll do it again here at 3-2. Now somewhere potentially in the gap could score Peterson, especially with the head start that he has. Another 3-2 pitch. That one just missing outside, and a ball 4 to Shufflebein. The bases are now loaded for Grayson Hunt for Sutton Sunshine.
The walk loads the bases, bring up number 24.
And so now can Sunshine drive in a run here for the Eights? Driving a couple runs for the Eights. First pitch right there for strike 1. Sunshine drew a walk in his first trip to the plate. A big spot. Early on this ball game, top of the second. Swing and a miss by Sunshine. The count's now 0-2. Looking to drive it somewhere to score a couple of runs. Gary a strike away from getting out of it. 0-2. Sunshine line shot off the top of the glove. The second baseman into right center field for a base hit. 1 run scores. The second run comes in to score as Peterson dives head first safely. A 2-run, 2 RBI, 2-out single for Sunshine. And the Eights lead at 3-2 here in the top of the second.
Base hit brings in 2. Up number 5.
Just off the glove of Wishon. And then the difference between a 2-1 game and a 3-2 lead now here for the Eights. As Grayson Hunsley steps to the plate. First pitch will be at the knees for strike 1. So Sunshine comes through for 2 RBIs. His 19th and 20th of the season. Hunsley waves at the 0-1 pitch outside of the zone. The count's now 0-2. Here's the 0-2 pitch. That'll be slowing away, and the count's now 1-2. And this is a big game for both these teams in 2 different ways. Yankton just trying to solidify themselves at least where they're standing at right now, as Hunsley is able to foul that one away. And they will not drop out of a home game, regardless if they go 1-1, 0-2. And obviously, if they go 2-0, they're not going to drop at all. But they want to make sure that they stay in that spot, and they want to move up. And they want to get a more favorable first-round matchup. 0-2 pitch. That'll be fouled again. Make that a 1-2 pitch, and we'll do it again at 1-2. Shufflebine at second. Sunshine over at first. 1-2 pitch. Hunsley off the end of the bat in front of the mound as Gary will fire to first to retire the side. But 8 guys come to the plate. 3 runs score in the inning for Post 8. 3 runs on 4 hits in the inning. No errors. And 2 men left on base. We head to the bottom of the second. 3-2 lead for Pierre over Yankton. Back in a minute on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports. Rev up your drive with Capital City Ford in Pierre. Dive into our impressive lineup of Ford vehicles, from sleek sedans to robust trucks. At Capital City Ford, we're not just about selling cars, we're about crafting exceptional experiences. Our knowledgeable staff is here to assist you in finding the perfect Ford that suits your lifestyle and budget. Visit us today and let us evaluate your driving experience with Capital City Ford.
At Shane's Pharmacy, your healthcare is important, and Shane wants to be the pharmacist to take care of you. Shane's Pharmacy will make sure your prescriptions are filled in a timely manner, they will answer your questions, and they will even deliver to your home or office. Call 223-9200. Shane's Pharmacy, the pharmacy you know and trust. The number again is 223-9200. Shane's Pharmacy in Fort Pierre, proud to support high school athletics.
It is the bottom of the second, a 3-2 lead on the American Family Insurance Brittany Schuffelbein scoreboard. Sam Goki, Evan Sirk, and Austin Goebel 6, 7, and 8 as the first pitch will come inside for ball 1. A 3-run top of the second inning, and the Eights will be looking for a big 0 in this bottom of the second, as that'll be at the top of the zone for a strike. The count's now 1-1 here to Sam Goki. 262 batting average for Goki. As that curveball will miss low, dropping out of the zone. The count's 2-1. Does have 3 doubles and a home run for Goki. 18 runs driven in. And the ground ball to the right side. Miles Doyle will back in. His quick throw to first. Leadoff man retired here in the bottom of the second.
The ground out.
And it brings up Evan Sirk.
6, Evan Sirk.
Sirk 235 average coming in. Does have a double in his lone extra base hit of his 16 hits in total. 10 runs driven in as the lefty and the right fielder digs in. Here's the first pitch from Terwilliger. On the outside corner for a strike, and the count's 0-1. Made a couple of good plays out in right field. especially that second out that really could have been different in the inning, and that one will hit Cirque. And so a one-out base runner, first man that Twilliger has hit, and it brings up the number 8 hitter, Austin Goebel.
Brings up number 1, Austin Goebel.
321 batting average for Goebel. Does have a double on his extra base hit of the 18 hits in total, 5 runs driven in. The center fielder will dig in, another lefty in the lineup for Yankton. So Twilliger now has to work from the stretch as the first pitch will be on the outside corner for strike 1. Top of the zone. Goebel, then Gavin Johnson, 8 and 9 now in the batting order for Yankton here in the bottom of the second. Here's the 0-1. High and outside, evens the count in a ball and a strike. OPS at 812 for Goebel. As a team, 820 is that team OPS. 1-1. Wave and a miss, and it's now 1-2. Too far outside the zone, and Goebel knew it. Count at 1-2, and Twilliger will be looking for his second strikeout. Twilliger comes set from the stretch and delivers the 1-2. Curveball and another wave and a miss from Goebel, and there's now 2 down, second strikeout for Twilliger. And it brings up Gavin Johnson. Johnson is hitting .235. Does have a double in his lone extra base hit, 6 runs driven in. Number 9 man in the batting order, takes strike 1 at the letters. Twilliger with 2 strikeouts. That one, somewhat of was going to be strike 3 anyway, but Goebel had offered at it. Here's the 0-1. That one at the knees for a strike, and the count's now 0-2. And from the top of the zone to the bottom of the zone to get the first 2 on Johnson. And looking for the strikeout here. 0-2. That'll bounce in, scooped up by Peterson. And the count's now 1-2. Twilliger from the stretch. Runner takes off. Taken for ball. The throw to second. Not going to be in time. Cirque will steal second on the 1-2 pitch. Now a 2-2 count. And he is in score position. A base hit. Ties the ball game up and then also gets Yankton back to the top of the order. So this is a big out for the 8s to get. The 2-2. Ground ball that is fouled down the first base line just by a couple of feet. The count remains at 2-2. Here's the 2-2. That one is a check swing, and they're going to see if he wins. He did not go. If that umpire, the base umpire is at the first base line, it might be a different call, but too tough to tell from where he's standing at, so the count's now full at 3-2. So we are looking for the strikeout. Doesn't want to lose him to get to the top of the order. 3-2 pitch. Ground ball, the high chopper. Be another high bounce from Doyle. His throw to first, though, will be in time. The second baseman retires Johnson and ends the inning here in the bottom of the second. No runs, no hits, no errors, and a man left on base. We head to the top of the third, 3-2 lead for Pierre over Yankton. Back in a minute on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Most of us already know that Gales Gas of Pierre is the place to call for propane. They offer an automatic fill plan so you never have to worry about running out of propane. They accept debit and credit payments or a budget payment plan to spread out the cost throughout the year so you never have surprises when you get your bill. For delivery, convenience, and great customer service, call Gales Gas at 224-5518. That's Gales Gas at 224-5518.
People helping people. Have you ever wondered what the benefits are of becoming a Owyhee Federal Credit Union member? At Owyhee Federal Credit Union, we reinvest profits in you. We do this in the form of lower interest rates, higher dividends, and low to no fees. So come check us out or come in at 221 East Pleasant Drive in Pierre, because at Owyhee Federal Credit Union, we treat our members like they own the place because, well, they do.
Owyhee Federal Credit Union.
It is the top of the third in a 3-2 lead on the American Family Insurance Brittany Schoffelbein scoreboard, as the Eights will have 5, 6, and 7. Miles Doyle, Charlie Simpson, and J.J. Buckles to lead things off here in this third inning. And Cale Gary looking to recover from that second inning. Didn't really struggle too much, and obviously had a couple of bad breaks for him in that second, but the Eights were able to take advantage of it.
Brings up for Pierre, number 11, Miles Doyle.
That was Miles Doyle who struck out looking with the runners at second and third to end the first inning. He's 0 for 1. Digs in to lead off the top of the third. First pitch to him will be over for strike one. That was a big out for the Eights in the bottom of that second inning. Leaves the top of the order due up in the third, and didn't give them a chance to hit with at least a runner, if not multiple runners in scoring position. Here's the 1-1 now to Doyle. There's a ground ball over the shortstop, Kamshoff. Takes a nice hop for him. His throw to first will retire Doyle, and the leadoff man is gone here in the top of the third.
Nice play by the shortstop, ground up, brings up number 12.
Here's Charlie Simpson, the DH. And as the summer goes on and plenty of games to be played here at Renner Ballpark and just in general across the state, you see those hops on the infield grass. You know, we don't play anywhere where there's dirt all the way around the infield, but there's a couple of infield turfs. But as the grass gets worn down and the summer moves on, as Simpson will push that out towards left field, that'll drop in front of the left fielder Bestie for a base hit. Simpson is now 1 for 2. And it brings up J.J. Buckles with a runner on at first and one out.
Number 23, J.J. Buckles.
Buckles singled in his first at-bat. But in the first game, we saw on the ground ball that ended up not taking the hop for Barnett and just skipped and rolled right underneath his glove for a base hit. That time, almost the exact same spot, and this will be in the exact same spot, just to hit harder into left center field for a base hit for J.J. Buckles. He's now 2 for 2 in his first and second, with one away. And it brings up Dawson Getz.
Brings up number 7, Dawson Getz.
He also singled back in the top of the second inning. He came in to score in the 2 RBI hit from Sutton Sunshine. He'll fly that out towards right center field. That is down for a base hit. 3 consecutive hits. It's going to roll all the way out to the wall. Missed by the center fielder in Goebel. Buckles will round third. He's on his way in. The throw will come to third as Getz will get a 2 RBI triple. And it's a 5-2 lead for the Eights.
2 RBIs there on the nice triple. Brings up number 17, Gunnar Edison.
3 straight hits for the Eights. 2 singles and a triple and a 5-2 lead. As Gunnar Edson will come to the plate, who flew out of the right fielder, stung one out, almost got it over the head of the right fielder, Evan Sirk. And back in the top of the second, as that pitch will miss low for ball 1. 2 RBI triple for Getz, 5-2 here with nobody out. Make that 1 out here in the top of the third inning. Infield is going to come in all the way around. That'll miss low and inside. The count's now 2-0. They don't want this to be a 4-run deficit here in this third inning. That'll miss low, and the count's now 3-0. Of course, with the number 9 man, too, sometimes you get a chance to maybe say you're going to sneak in and try and keep that ground ball from scoring a run, but it counts 3-0. Edson will take all the way, and that'll miss for ball 4, so a 4-pitch walk gets the runners at first and third, and it brings back up the top of the order. And time is called, and Coach Lawrence will make his way out. And now it's Nolan Peterson with first and third and 1 away. He's been on base both times. That's going to do it, though, for Cale Gary. So we will have the pitching change. Christian Weir will come on to throw for Yankton. We'll tell you about him coming up in just a moment. Back in a minute. You're listening to Post-State Baseball on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
The lawyers at the May Adam Law Firm in Pierre know how important your families are to you. If you've been putting off getting your affairs in order, know that the May Adam Law Firm is available to counsel you through your questions and help you get the documents in place so that you've made your loved ones secure. Call them at 224-8803 and they can chat with you about how to document your concerns and care for your family. We're all in this together, and the May Adam Law Firm is ready and able to help.
Insurance. We all need it to protect our homes, health, businesses, and belongings. But having adequate coverage is just the beginning. You also need the support of professionals who stand by your side to protect what's important to you. Fisher Rounds & Associates combines the coverage you want with the commitment you need. Fisher Rounds & Associates. At your service, at your side. With offices in Pierre, Mitchell, Watertown, Sioux Falls, and Rapid City.
Still top of the third. Christian Weir is now on the pitch for Yankton, as it will be for the Eights. They will have the top of the order with Nolan Peterson coming to the plate with runners at the corners, and Christian Weir, who has been a junior legion guy for the most of the year, gets a chance to throw senior legion wise. He has not thrown any innings according to the stats for Yankton post 12 in their senior legion team, so he has been a junior legion guy and a senior legion debut. I wouldn't say he's in so much of a tough spot, but he's in a settle everything down spot. He can come out and get a couple outs, and not necessarily have to get the next two guys out in order, or at least get those two guys out without any runs scoring. But if he can settle this Yankton team down, that's the job he's kind of been put into right now. When the runners at first and third with one out, and the top of the order is up here for Post Eights.
Number 4, Nolan Peterson.
And Nolan Peterson will be the first man to greet him. He is 1 for 2, reaching on air in the first. RBI single off the glove of the pitcher, and Gary, as the first pitch was blown away for ball 1. That helped make it a 2-1 ball game before Sun and Shine ended up. Well, Shufflebein walked, and then Sun and Shine made it a 3-2 lead. That one will miss low, and the count's now 2-0. He's got more of the Weir's got more of a frisbee-type delivery. That can be really difficult to pick up the spin and just pick up everything. As there's a swing and miss, and the count's now 2-1. Almost everything will have some kind of spin and movement. The way he throws that ball, almost kind of looking like Chris Sale from the right side. For Weir. The 2-1. That'll miss low and away, and the count's now 3-1. Peterson looking to at least reach base. First and third, 3-1 pitch. That'll miss for ball 4. It will get away. Run will come in to score as the Gets will make it a 6-2 lead. And it's first and seconds. Here with one out. And now it's Carter Shufflebein.
Carter Shufflebein.
Shufflebein had a sacrifice bunt and then walked as well in the second inning. This will be his third trip to the plate in 3 innings. Everybody in the top of the order right now. As the first pitch is over for strike 1. First 4 guys in the order have hit in both the first and second innings. Now Peterson and Shufflebein also hitting here in the third. Here's a ground ball over towards the third baseman. Step on the bag at third. That's going to be the only play that Goki has. And so it'll be a fielder's choice. It remains at first and second for Sutton Sun and Shine.
Ground on third brings up number 24.
So Sun and Shine has a chance after he walked in the first and a 2 RBI single in the second. Chance to extend the lead here for the Eights. First pitch will miss low and away for ball 1. 6-2 lead here for the Eights. Another 3-run inning. 3 in the second and 3 here in the third. 1-0 pitch. Ground ball towards the shortstop. Jumping over it was Peterson, but Kamshoff is able to stay with it. An underhand flip to second to retire the side here in the top of the third inning. But another 3-run score on 3 hits in the inning. There are no errors and 2 men left on base. We head to the bottom of the third. 6-2 lead for Pierre over Yankton. Back in a minute on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports. Verdig Electric has a long history of doing electrical work the right way. Economical service, professional work, and customer satisfaction is why they can say that. Verdig Electric can do residential, farm, and commercial projects. Doesn't matter if they are charged with new construction or a remodel project, they get it conducted. Contact the staff at Verdig Electric at 224-8684. They can light a spark into your next project. Verdig Electric, 224-8684.
Hey, yo, Speedo's Lawn Care.
Hello. Say, my yard's in rough shape. It's got weeds, brown spots, and crabgrass.
Yeah, no problemo. What shade of green you need? We got 31 shades of green over here. Even the latest shade of septic tank grass green. That one just naturally gives off a glow.
Call the professionals at True Green. They know how to get your lawn healthy and keep it healthy. They guarantee it. All technicians are trained and certified.
Call True Green, 224-1916.
It is the bottom of the third, and it is the top of the order for Yankton. Tate Bestie, Lucas Kamshoff, and Matthew Sheldon. He might reach his base. Owen Wishon will come to the plate as Pierre has got themselves a 6-2 lead. This will be obviously, there's still a lot of game left to go. We're only in the bottom of the third inning, but this would be a huge win for the Eights. A huge start for the Eights right now, at least. As Bestie led off the first inning with a base hit, ended up being a double from Kamshoff before 2 sacrifice flies got Yankton on the board first, leading 2-0, but 3 runs in the second and 3 in the third. Got the Eights up 6-2 right now here in the bottom of the third inning. First pitch is fouled away on the right side from Tate Bestie. Here's the 0-1. That one's fouled back, and the count's now 0-2. Again, if Pierre can win this second game, all of a sudden things look a lot different for them, moving up a couple spots in the standings going into the playoffs. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. That'll be attacked by Peterson to get the first down here in the bottom of the third. That is the third strikeout of the ball game for Terwilliger. And it brings up Lucas Kamshoff. He doubled, nearly hit a 2-run homer. Hit the base of the bottom of the wall. Out in left center field as he waits on the first pitch. There's a ground ball over to Hunsley. That's off of his glove, though, and it will be 1-out air. Thinking maybe it had a little bit more power behind it than what it did. Started to come up before it actually got to him. And so it skips off the bottom of the end of his glove. And the first air of the day for Post State between the 2 games. And there's a runner on first here with 1 out. And Pierre's going to find a way around it. Here's the first pitch to Matthew Sheldon. That'll bounce to the right of Peterson, and Kamshoff will take second. And there's a runner on at second now here with 1 out. Runner in scoring position. Both guys that have made scoring position, other than Cirque, who got to the scoring position with 2 outs. The other 2 guys in the first inning all came around to score. Here's the 1-0. That'll miss away, and the count's now 2-0. Sheldon Wishon, both with sacrifice fly RBIs in the first. Next 2 guys, this guy and the next guy in the batting order. That one will be over for a strike. The count's now 2-1. Sheldon, check swing, but call the strike. A 2-1 count. Terwilliger with the 2-1. This will be popped up on the infield. Dawson Getz will call for it. And the shortstop will make the catch, and there's 2 down. It's a big second out to retire Sheldon. And now here is Owen Wishon. Wishon gave a ride out towards center field, more center, left center in the gap, but Sunshine was able to track that down. Ended up being a sacrifice fly as well. And the first pitch will be grounded over to Getz at short. He will field. His throw to first will be in time, and the 1-out air does not come to haunt the Eights. No runs, no hits, 1 error, and 1 man left on base. 3 completes between Pierre and Yankton. A 6-2 lead for the Eights over Yankton. Back in a minute here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports. Looking for a change, a career, not just a job? Beck Motor Company of Pierre is looking for a team-oriented individual to join their parts department. We offer 401k, free individual health insurance, paid leave, a company cabin in the Black Hills, on-site gym, and more. Experience is a plus, but we'll train the right individual. If you have the ability to use a computer, provide great customer service, and willing to learn and adapt in a very busy environment, we want to visit with you. Call Steve Meyer at 605-224-5912 or stop by Beck Motors for more information.
If you're like a lot of South Dakotans, you've made a purchase online for services or products and have had no issues. Unfortunately, scammers view the internet as their playground, and they're constantly deploying new scams to attempt to take your hard-earned funds. Fraudulent websites have grown by leaps. Consumers and businesses need to check all aspects of a website before making any type of purchase. Questions regarding this scam should be directed to South Dakota Attorney General's Consumer Protection at 800-300-1986.
As we welcome you back here, it is the top of the fourth. Post Eights has got a 6-2 lead on the American Family Insurance Brittany Shuffleby scoreboard. And it will be for the Eights, 4, 5, and 6. Grayson Hunsley, Miles Doyle, and Charlie Simpson. Anybody reaches base, it'll then be J.J. Buckles, who is 2 for 2 in the ball game.
Brings up number 5, Grayson Hunsley.
Hunsley 0 for 2 with 2 ground outs so far. First pitch will be upstairs for ball 1. Weir came in to finish out that third inning. The only run that scored was on the wild pitch, as that'll be behind Hunsley to the backstop. The count's 2-0. As he is looking for his first hit of the ball game is Hunsley. 2-0 pitch. That'll also be upstairs, and the count's now 3-0. And we can give you the totals for the starting pitcher, Cale Gary, who went 2 1/3 innings, giving up 7 hits, 6 runs, all of them earned, 3 walks and a strikeout. That's a 3-0 miss, and it'll be a 4-pitch walk to start the top of the fourth. And it brings up Miles Doyle, who is 0 for 2.
Walk brings up number 11, Miles Doyle.
So Doyle 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Gary threw just 69 pitches, and outside of being the Game 1 starter, or just in general being in rotation for Game 1 of the playoffs, as that'll miss outside for ball 1. Doyle was showing bunt and took it for ball 1. Here's the 1-0 bunting again. This will be dropped down the first base line. Weir will pick it up. He'll throw to first. He'll underhand flip to first to get the first man. And the leadoff man advances to second on the sacrifice bunt. And it brings up Charlie Simpson. So Simpson here to the plate with 1 on and 1 out. Simpson 1 for 2 in the ball game. First pitch will be missing low and away for ball 1. He singled in that top of the third inning. Here's the 1-0. There are a couple looks at second. Simpson with a ground ball over to the third baseman. Goki will look the runner back to second. His throw to first will be in time. And now 2 down here in the top of the fourth inning. And it brings up J.J. Buckles, who is 2 for 2.
On the ground ball, brings up number 23, J.J. Buckles.
Buckles went down the first base line in his first at-bat, then ripped one into left center field in a line to start the afternoon off 2 for 2. First pitch will be upstairs for ball 1. After we're done here in our second game today, we will have Sunday Night Baseball for you. It'll be the Red Sox and the Dodgers in Sunday Night Baseball. Here's the 1-0. That'll be high and outside, and the count's now 2-0. Buckles with the 2 singles in his first 2 at-bats, hitting for the third time in the last 3 innings. That'll be upstairs, and the count's 3-0. And if he can get a base hit, he could score Grayson Hunsley from second, but probably taking all the way here with a 3-0 count. It'll be upstairs for ball 4, so it'll be a second 4-pitch walk of the inning. And it's first and second, and it brings up Dawson Getz. And they will make a pitching change, so they will not wait any longer to go to the next man. Weir will go just to get 4 outs, and that'll be the end of the line for him. We will step aside for a minute. We'll tell you the changes. You're listening to Post-8 Baseball on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports. Back in a minute.
Looking for your next new or used car, truck, or SUV? Then go no further than the comfort of your own home. Shop online at lambmotor.com. On lambmotor.com, you'll find the vehicles Lambs has in stock. You can schedule a test drive or your vehicle's next tune-up, all online. New or used, shop for it all online, anywhere you are. Lamb Motor has the right vehicle for you. Lamb Motor in Oneida and online, lambmotor.com. AGE Corporation's Contractors and Crane Service is a proud supporter of Pierre Governor Athletics. For almost 60 years, AGE has been building South Dakota. For all your site work construction and crane work needs this season, AGE is here to help. Give them a call. AGE Corporation and Crane Service, 223-2732. That's 223-2732. AGE, proud supporters of local sports.
Well, it is first and second with 2 outs. Tate Bestie will come on to pitch now for Yankton Post 12. As for Christian Weir, he went just an inning and a third. Did not allow a hit. He's still responsible for the 2 runners on base, but he had 3 walks and no strikeouts. And so now it is going to be the left fielder coming in, and Tate Bestie, who has thrown 22 innings so far. He has only started 1 of his 10 appearances. Only 1 has been a start. So this will be his 10th relief appearance, but he's 4-0 in those 10 appearances. 18 hits, 7 runs, 5 of them earned. 6 walks, 12 strikeouts. As the curveball will drop in for strike 1 to Dawson Getz. He's got an ERA at 1.59, a whip at 1.09. Batting average against it 234. Trying to put an end to this top of the 4th inning, as that will be missing for ball 1. That counts even at a ball and a strike. So already the 3rd pitcher used here with 2 outs in the top of the 4th inning. Gets his 2 for 2 with a single and a 2 RBI triple. Gets down the third base line, that goes off the bag, and it's going to be a base hit that scores a run. Hunsley will come around and take a 7-2 lead for the Eights. Goki went diving for it, but it skipped high up in the air, and an RBI single for Getz, who's 3 for 3. And it's now Gunnar Edson to the plate. 3 RBIs in the ballgame now for Dawson Getz. And a 7-2 advantage. First pitch to Edson at the knees for strike 1. So the Eights add on another run here in the 4th inning. They've scored in 3 straight now. 0-1 pitch, curveball that's just quite doesn't catch the zone. The count's now 1-1. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. It's now 1-2. Bestie won't have the velocity that other pitchers might have across the state, but I think everything's got some pretty good movement and fooling a lot of hitters, obviously, by his stats. 1-2 pitch. Edson will fly this out towards center field. Goebel will camp underneath it. He'll make the catch and retire the side here in the top of the 4th inning. But another run scores on 1 hit in the inning. There are no errors and 2 men left on base. We head to the bottom of the 4th. Pierre leads Yankton 7-2. Back in a minute on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
At AgTegra, we're leveraging the power of the cooperative to benefit our farmers and ranchers, their families, and local communities. We're creating jobs for your neighbors and putting money back into our communities. We're lending a hand in our rural fire departments, food banks, and 4-H and FFA programs. That's what local is all about. When you do business at AgTegra, you help us make a difference in your community. AgTegra, strong, stable, dependable, and local.
Stolken Peterson LLP has been your local CPA firm for over 40 years, offering tax preparation, bookkeeping, payroll, and consulting services. If your business, farm, or ranch needs professional, accurate, and reliable services, we are your firm. Our clients are our number one priority. If you need a higher level of accounting service, give us a call at 605-224-5828. That's Stolken Peterson LLP, 222 East Missouri Avenue in Pierre. It is the bottom of the fourth, and Post 8 has a 7-2 lead on the American Family Insurance Brittany Schuffelbein scoreboard. Easton Fieser, Sam Goki, and Evan Sirk will be the first three hitters, as it will be 5, 6, and 7 for Yankton Post 12. And the Aids are trying to continue to get a couple zeros here after getting one in the second and third inning. After they scored 3 runs in each of the second and third innings, they got zeros, and now looking for another one to have the 5-run lead halfway through the ball game. First pitch swinging. Fieser will sky this out towards center field. Sun and Shine continues to back up. He'll make the catch. 1 pitch, 1 out here in the bottom of the fourth. And it brings up Sam Goki, the third baseman. He can ground out to Miles Doyle to lead off the bottom of the second. Here is the first pitch from Terwilliger. That one's there for strike one. Terwilliger will lead the team, and now does lead the team in innings pitched in the regular season. Obviously, there's still those postseason games to be played. That one's at the knees, and the count's 0-2 here to Goki. And most starts, most innings pitched in the regular season here for Post 8. 0-2. That'll bounce in. The count's now 1-2. Only Trevor Rounds, I believe, has had more appearances than anybody on the season. He has 11. Terwilliger with 10. Everybody else with single digits of appearances. This will be a slow whirler. Going to be a tough play. Hunsley, bare hands on the bounce. A throw. He got him. What a play from Grayson Hunsley on the bare hand.
Nice play by the third baseman on the bare hand there.
Only chance to get Goki down the line is playing the bare hand off the bounce. And there's now 2 down here in the bottom of the fifth to make that the bottom of the fourth. And it brings up Evan Sirk. That was as good as they get on the bare hand play from anybody across the field. But for the third baseman, Hunsley, that was a heck of a play. If he puts that in his glove, I don't think there's any chance that Goki's out at first. That one will just miss, maybe a little low, possibly inside, and the count's now 2-0. And there's 2 down, nobody on here in the bottom of the fourth. Here's the 2-0. Ground ball, that is stabbed by Terwilliger at the mound. He'll throw to first, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. Here in the bottom of the fourth, the Aids lead 7-2 over Yankton at the end of 4. Back in a minute here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports. Brought to you by Limbach Construction Incorporated, who can build your recreational home or building along the beautiful lower Lake Oahe area. Whether if your hobby is hunting, fishing, travel, or water sports, we can come up with a building design that will fit your interests and expectations. We pride ourselves on using quality products, customer service, and open communication. Limbach Construction is locally owned and operated, serving the Missouri River community since 1994. For area of service and more information, contact Bill Limbach at 605-223-2738. That's 605-223-2738. Comtech, your local technology solutions provider, is now located on the Truck Bypass. With great brands like Bose, Sonos, LG, Samsung, Lenovo, and so much more. Stop in to see their new showroom for everything in stock for your personal or business needs. Comtech provides professional installation and service after the sale. Comtech is your local technology store, located now on the truck bypass, or visit us on the web at comtechplus.com. So it is the top of the fifth. It is the top of the order for the Eights. Nolan Peterson, Carter Shufflebine, and Sutton Sunshine. As the Eights have a 5-run lead here on the American Family Insurance Brittany Shufflebine scoreboard. First pitch will miss low for ball 1. Here to Nolan Peterson, who is 1 for 2, been on base all 3 times, an error, a single, and a walk. That'll miss, and the count's now 2-0. Outside of maybe catcher's interference, being hit by a pitch, not about the only other ways he can get on base. That one was over for a strike in the knees, and the count's 2-1 here to Peterson. The 2-1. Peterson off the handle. That'll be a one-hopper behind the bag. The second baseman will field. The throw to first from Wishon to retire Peterson to lead off the top of the 5th inning. And there's one down here in the top of the 5th, and it brings up Carter Shufflebine. Shufflebine is 0 for 1 so far. Sack, bunt, walk, and a fielder's choice. He's looking for his first hits. Did pick up the double in the first game, as that'll be grounded foul on the third base line. The count's 0-1. Had the sack fly RBI in game number 1, went 1 for 3. As that one's over for a strike, quickly 0-2. So it was 1 for 4 in total today. The 0-2 pitch. Shufflebine reaches for it and lifts it into center field for a base hit. 2-strike approach, able to muscle it into center field for a bloop single. And he's now 1 for 2 in the ball game, and it brings up Sutton Sunshine.
Base hit brings up number 24, Sutton Sunshine.
So 1 on and 1 out here in the top of the 5th. Sunshine with a 2 RBI single back in the top of the 2nd, which gave the Eights the 3-2 lead. As Bestie delivers the first pitch to Sunshine. Ground ball, second baseman on his knee will flip to second for 1. It's a quick 4-6-3 double play. That was a tailor-made double play and an easy turn there. Made it look easy at least from Wishon to Kamshoff to Sheldon. So it is no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and no one left on base. 7-2 lead as we head to the bottom of the 5th inning for the Eights leading Yankton. Back in a minute on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
As community bankers, BankWest employees are deeply committed to supporting local causes, growing the local economy, and creating local opportunities. At a time when you can bank anywhere, we hope you choose BankWest. We'll be your financial partner for the long haul, helping you and your community achieve financial success. BankWest. Convenient, connected, committed. Member FDIC.
Nystrom Electrical Contracting in Pierre has been providing professional sales, service, and installation since 1977. Whether you're starting from scratch, new construction, or you're upgrading your current system at your home, farm, or office, give the professionals at Nystrom Electrical Contracting a call. They've got a lot of bright ideas. Call Nystrom's today to schedule a free computer-generated estimate. The number is 224-8750, or visit their website at nystromelectric.com. As we welcome you back, it is the bottom of the 5th here in the 7-2 lead for the Eights in Renner. Pierre leading Yankton, trying to sweep the day and pick up. They did pick up win number 8, but trying to pick up win number 9 of the season. And then we will see where the cards will fall. As I would say, if they do get this win, obviously still got to get the final 9 outs here, leading by 5, but they got to get the final 9 outs.
Yankton, number 1, Austin Goble.
It will be probably Watertown or Yankton is where they will go. Maybe an outside shot of Aberdeen, depending on how they play tomorrow against Brandon, but would assume that they probably won't jump past anybody, or Pierre won't jump high enough. As the count is 1-0 here to Austin Goebel as he'll swing at that one and ground that one to the second baseman Doyle, who will stay down. Goebel, with quick footing center fielder, is able to almost beat that out. Doyle had to be quick on the transfer from the glove to the hand, and the leadoff man is retired here in the bottom of the fifth. And it brings up Gavin Johnson, the catcher, who is 0 for 1. Also ground out to Doyle in his first at-bats. First pitch to him, a swing and a miss for strike one. Obviously for the Yankton pitching staff, Tate Bestie not in any danger over the next couple of innings of pitch count wise, other than making sure he stays under the 80 pitch count mark, so he would be available on Thursday. You're not worried about the playoffs other than if your guy is in the game right now and you're expecting him to pitch on Thursday. 0-2 pitch to Johnson. That'll miss just outside. The count's now 1-2. But Cooper Twilliger just threw pitch number 56. On pitch to 57, he'll fly that to right. Edson will get over to it. He'll make the catch. And there's two down here in the bottom of the fifth. And it will bring up the top of the order in Tate Bestie. Bestie is 1 for 2. Singled to lead off the bottom of the first and struck out swinging in the third. Here's the first pitch. That'll miss. Blown away for ball one here to Bestie. This is a big couple batters right here, especially if you get Bestie out. Leave Kampshoff on deck to go to the sixth inning. That one will be a strike, and the count's now 1-1. It's going to be pitch number 60 here for Cooper Twilliger. That'll miss low, and the count's 2-1. 7-2 lead here for the Eights in the bottom of the fifth inning. 2-1 here from Twilliger to Bestie. That'll be upstairs, and the count's now 3-1. Just one man had been hit by a pitch. The only free pass given, as that'll be fouled back, and the count's now 3-2. And Twilliger looking for another 1-2-3 inning here in the fifth. Three-two pitch. Will miss for ball 4, and that will extend the inning to Kampshoff. And it ends the streak of 7 straight retired by Twilliger. So Kampshoff is 1 for 2. He doubled in the first, reached on an error in the third inning, in his second at bat. He'll hit with a chance to try and make this game just a little bit closer here in the bottom of the fifth. First pitch over for strike one. Kampshoff with that average that is much closer to 500 than a lot of guys in the state. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That one will miss outside, and the count's now 1-1. Heck of a ball player for Yankton Post 12, who, when you get to hit number 2 in the batting order and hit as well as you do all the way around the field, good sign of how good your team can be. That will get to the backstop, be a wild pitch that will make it a runner on second, and the count being 2-1 now. Again, this is a spot here for Twilliger and the Eights. If you really want to retire Kampshoff, you potentially don't have to see him the rest of the afternoon. 2-1 pitch. Here's a line shot into right center field. Edson is there to make the catch, and that will end the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, a man left on base through 5 here in Renner. Pierre is leading Yankton 7-2 at the end of 5. Back in a minute on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Dakota Sprinkler and Landscaping wants to make it easy for you to get that lush green lawn and that yard haven that you've been dreaming of. Visit dakotasprinkler.com to make appointments for sprinkler system spring startup, service calls, fall winterization, and landscaping quotes. trust Dakota Sprinkler and Landscaping's professionals to get you through the planning and installation to make your landscaping needs a reality. Visit dakotasprinkler.com today.
With any dream, the wind won't always be at your back, the sun won't always be shining, and some rain is going to fall. American Family Insurance is like a good solid roof that you can trust to protect your biggest dreams. With plans that could save you up to 23% when you bundle your home and auto. Also, you can continue to dream fearlessly, no matter what comes your way. American Family Insurance.
Visit mfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company assigned its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Contact the Brittany Scheffelbein Agency, LLC, 224-6627. It is the top of the sixth. Post 8 is leading 7-2 with American Family Insurance. Brittany Scheffelbein scoreboard. Grayson Hunsley, Miles Doyle, and Charlie Simpson. First pitch will be upstairs for ball one. Hunsley is 0 for 2, 2 ground downs and a walk. It is 4, 5, and 6 here for the Eights in the sixth inning. That'll miss low for ball two, and the count is 2-0. Hunsley with that great barehanded play to get Sam Goki in the bottom of the fourth inning. That'll miss low and away, and the count's 3-1. We've seen Grayson Hunsley really play well down the stretch of this season. 3-0 pitch is over for a strike, and the count's now 3-1. And he is a guy that can return and play again next year. He could be a super senior. 3-1 pitch. That would be taken for a strike, and the count's now 3-2. Coach Iverson put his hands on his knees, thinking that was ball four. Bestie might have got a gift. Now let's see if he can make it work. 3-2 pitch. Hunsley will rip that one foul. That'll get out of play. And we'll do it again here at 3-2. Bestie will step off and reset. We've seen him play really well. What maybe is his last couple weeks playing baseball. Maybe he's got one more year in him. There's a ground ball. The shortstop takes a high hop for Cam Schaff. He'll fire to first to retire Hunsley to lead off the top of the sixth inning.
Ground out to make it first out.
And it brings up Miles Doyle.
Miles Doyle.
Doyle's 0 for 2, also has a sacrifice bunt. Struck out looking in the first, ground out of the shortstop Cam Schaff in the third. And then sacrifice bunt in the fourth. Yankton will have 3, 4, and 5 in the bottom of the sixth inning. The first pitch will be upstairs for ball one. Charlie Simpson, who is 1 for 3, is on deck. And then J.J. Buckle's been on base all 3 times. This will be skied out to left field. It is Fieser that is under to make the catch. Might actually be Cirque out there in left field.
Fly out for number 2. Brings up number 12.
And there is now 2 down.
Charlie Simpson.
And it brings up Charlie Simpson, who is 1 for 3. And Bestie looking to try and get a quick 1-2-3 inning here in the top of the sixth. First pitch is over for strike one. Simpson singled and scored in the third inning. Now we're getting a new baseball. It is Cirque that's out in left. Fieser is in right. After Sheldon came into the game, the batting order didn't change when Bestie came in to pitch. Just the DH is now gone. That one will be over for a strike, and the count's 0-2 here to Simpson. Bestie dropped in that off-speed breaking ball. The 0-2. That'll miss low and away, and the count's now 1-2. Bestie looking to retire the sign in order here at the top of the sixth. Simpson with a ground ball, third base line. Goki gets a nice hop. His throw from the third base bag is in time, and it is a 1-2-3 inning to get us through the top of the sixth. No runs, no hits, no errors, no one left on base. 7-2. Pierre leads Yankton as we head to the bottom of the sixth. Back in a minute on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Looking for your next new or used car, truck, or SUV? Then go no further than the comfort of your own home. Shop online at lambmotor.com. On lambmotor.com, you'll find the vehicles Lambs has in stock. You can schedule a test drive or your vehicle's next tune-up all online. New or used, shop for it all online anywhere you are. Lamb Motor has the right vehicle for you. Lamb Motor in Oneida and online, lambmotor.com.
No one likes to have electrical problems, but when they happen, call Tons Electric at 223-2518. With over 28 years of experience, Tons Electric can handle any type of electrical problem, whether it's residential, commercial, or agricultural. Their knowledgeable staff knows and understands the importance of your home, business, or ag facility and are prepared to help. Call Tons Electric at 223-2518. That's 223-2518. Tons Electric, serving the Pierre and Fort Pierre areas. The line to power.
It is the bottom of the 6th, and it is the 3, 4, and 5 hitters here for Yankton as the 8s lead by 5, 7-2. Matthew Sheldon, Owen Wishon, and Easton Fieser, the first 3 hitters. And the 8s, boy, this is a big inning for both these teams. 3, 4, and 5, heart of the order. The 8s can get out of this unscathed. They're looking pretty good to get through this ball game as this first pitch will be popped up. It'll be a sudden sun and shine out in center, moving over towards right center to make the catch. 1 pitch and 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th inning.
Brings up number 3.
And here is now Owen Wishon. Had a sac fly RBI back in the first inning. Yankton led 2-0 in this ball game with a leadoff single and double. And then sacrifice flies from Matthew Sheldon and Owen Wishon made it 2-0 in the first 4 batters. But since then, as that first pitch will be missing inside for ball 1, the 8 scored 3 runs in the second and 3 in the third. Another run in the fourth. Take a 7-2 lead. This will be grounded back up the middle. Takes a high hop, is able to get up to make the play, stays with it, and there's now 2 down. That one took a hop straight up above Getz, and he had to reach the glove right above his head on a play where he was bent over going down for it and then had to reach back up. That's not an easy play to get all the way back up there, and the reflexes were good for Getz to make the play, and there's 2 quickly down here in the bottom of the 6th as Easton Fieser, who's 0 for 2, will come to the plate. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Here's a line shot right to Doyle. 1-2-3 inning here in the bottom of the 6th. The 8s lead 7-2 as we head to the 7th. Back in a minute here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports. Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. Your Pierre area Edward Jones Financial Advisors understand this. That's why Edward Jones is a proud sponsor of Governor Athletics on KCCR. Go Govs! For all your investment needs, call or stop by one of our offices to visit with your Pierre area Edward Jones Financial Advisor. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Hey you. Are you at a job that is fulfilling, has good benefits to support you or a family today, and retirement goes down the road? If you just said no, listen up. CHS River Plains is hiring operations personnel, drivers, and custom applicators at several locations. These come with a knockout affordable benefit package for you and the whole family. Apply to a job with CHS River Plains and up your benefits straight up. To apply, visit us online at chsriverplains.com or stop in at one of our locations. CHS is an equal opportunity employer.
Top of the 7th, it is 7-8-9 here for the 8s. J.J. Buckles lead things off. Buckles followed by Getz and Gunnar Edson. Tate Bestie delivers the first pitch. That will be at the knees for strike 1. So it'll be 6, 7, and 8 for Yankton in the bottom of the 7th inning with Pierre leading by 5 as that pitch will miss low and the count's now 1-1. The 8's trying to add on to it and give Cooper Twilliger a little bit of extra cushion in that 5th. They need to try and get a two-win day. Somewhat of a doubleheader. They play back-to-back games, just not against the same team. 1-2 pitch to Buckles, fouled off the end of the bat. Count remains at 1-2. We're still trying to get a win over Renner and Yankton. Renner Sultans and Yankton to close out the regular season. Put themselves in a more favorable spot going into the playoffs. There's a swing and a miss. Buckles will strike out, and the throw will go to first. As Buckles didn't get far out of the box, but that was also, he thought the ball had been caught, and by the time the ball was thrown, play was already made. And so now it's Dawson Getz, who is 3 for 3 with 3 RBIs, 2 singles and a triple. First pitch swinging. Getz will fly it out to center. This time, though, Goebel is there to make the catch. And Tukliki down here in the top of the 7th. And it brings up Gunnar Edson.
Brings up number 17, Gunnar Edison.
He's 0 for 2. He walked in the 3rd, flew out to right, and flew out to center in the 2nd and 4th inning. First pitch is over for strike 1. Be Sam Goki, Evan Sirk, and Austin Goebel. And then Sam make that Gavin Johnson. As that one will miss low, and the count's now 1-1. Gavin Johnson will hit if any of the 3 reach base. Over for a strike, and the count's now 1-2. And for Cooper Twilliger, who will be looking to go into that 7th inning, as this will be popped out towards center field. Goebel will come in, and that will be a 1-2-3 inning here in the top of the 7th. We head to the bottom of the 7th. The 8's 3 outs away from taking the 2nd game. Back in a minute on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Wagner Auto Company is your complete transportation headquarters. Now is the time to order your new Buick, GMC, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram vehicles, plus a good selection of quality pre-owned and certified pre-owned vehicles. They'll take care of you after the sale with a full-service parts and auto body shop with trained technicians, along with a friendly financing team that'll work with you to find the best deal and one that'll fit your budget. Wagner Auto is your local full-service family-owned dealership for over 115 years. WagnerAuto.com. That's WagnerAuto.com. Yag Air Incorporated is your locally owned ag, chemical, and seed retailer. Yag Air Incorporated offers reliable ground and aerial application. For the latest seed and chemical pricing, contact Kyle at 605-280-8710 or Tony at 605-280-4771. Yag Air for all your ag, chemical, and seed needs. Kyle 605-280-8710 or Tony 605-280-4771.
Bottom of the 7th, Post State has a 7-2 lead on American Family Insurance Brittany Shufflebein scoreboard, and it is 6, 7, and 8. Sam Goki, Evan Sirk, and Austin Goebel. 72 pitches for Cooper Twilliger. And obviously he's not going to be used on the Thursday game. However, if he stays at 8 pitches or less in this 7th inning, you absolutely could use him on Thursday in the playoffs. But Twilliger, that's not the concern right now. It's going to get the final 3 outs of this ball game. They get a 4-run cushion. They're up by 5. You get a 4-run cushion to get the job done here in the 7th inning to get the win and get the 8s to the playoffs on Thursday. First pitch is over for strike 1. Goki's 0 for 2 with 2 groundouts. That'll skip in for a ball, and the count's 1-1. The 8s have 7 runs on 9 hits, along with an error, and so far they left 8 men on base. 7 runs, 9 hits, and an error for Post State. There's a ground ball. Twilliger will find it in his glove. His throw to first, 1 down here in the bottom of the 7th. And it will bring up the number 7 hitter in Evan Sirk. Yankton has 2 hits, 2 runs on 2 hits, along with an error. They've only left 3 guys on base.
Number 7, Caden Hughes.
So Caden Hughes actually will hit for Evan Sirk. Here's the first pitch. It'll be inside for ball 1. And then we'll also have another pinch hitter as well, as Sager will be hitting after this. That one will miss low, and the count's 2-0 here to Caden Hughes. Hughes is hitting .324, 11 for 34 in the season. Does have a double and 9 runs driven in. Here's the 2-0 pitch. This will be popped up and will get out of play. And the count is now at 2-1. But 2 runs, 2 hits, and 1 error for Yankton. Those 2 hits are the first 2 guys in the batting order in the first inning. And they both came in to score. Here's the 2-1 pitch. That one's at the letters for a strike, and the count's now 2-2. Twilliger looking for the strikeout. He's been efficient. The reason why he's been efficient was that he's only got 3 strikeouts. This will be flown out towards right center field. Edson going back. He reaches up to make the catch. And there's 2 down, and the 8s are out away from a 2-win day.
As played by the right fielder.
And it brings up now Sager.
Number 2 brings up designated pinch hitter Troy Sager.
Troy Sager, who is hitting .333, becomes now the last hope for Yankton to try and start the rally. Otherwise, the 8s will get the second win in as many games here. Ground ball to Dawson, gets it short. He will field to his right. His throw to first. It is not dug out cleanly by Buckles. It'll be a 2-out error. Charge to Dawson gets, and now the 8s have to make sure they work around this error. They'll have another pinch hitter coming up.
Brings up number 4, Easton.
As Easton Nelson will be the pinch hitter. Nelson's hitting .140. And this is number 9 man in the batting order. So Bestie and Kamshoff, who have the 2 hits, are waiting on deck. And want a chance to try and hit here in the 7th inning. 2-out error extends the ball game for at least 1 more hitter. The 0-1 pitch. Foul back, and the 8s are now a strike away from getting the sweep today. The 8s lost the coin flip to be the road team. That's the only thing they're looking to lose today. Here's the 0-2 pitch. That is upstairs, and the count's now 1-2. And again, the win here, we'll have to see how things fish out today and tomorrow, but that looks like maybe Pierre will maybe face Watertown or Yankton in the best 2 of 3 series, and that will all then depend as well what happens with Brandon Valley tomorrow. And if they get a doubleheader sweep, if that'll help the 8s jump a couple more, another spot or not. 2-2 pitch. Inside, and from 0-2 now to 3-2. And again, Twilliger does not really want to see that top of the order come up. 3-2 pitch. Runner takes off. It'll be a ball 4. And so it's now 1st and 2nd. And now it's Tate Bestie.
Brings up number 25, Tate Betsy.
So Bestie, who is 1 for 2. Singled in the 1st, struck out swinging in the 3rd, drew a walk in the 5th. Trying to extend the ball game, another hitter. Ground ball, Grayson Hunsley over at 3rd. He will field. His throw to 1st. Roll 8s for the 2nd time today. The 8s pick up a huge 7-2 win as Cooper Twilliger gives up just 2 runs on 2 hits and did not allow another hit after the first 2 reach base in the 1st inning. 2 hits to lead off the ball game. That was the only 2 hits of the game for Yankton. No runs, no hits, an error, and 2 men left on base in the bottom of the 7th. 7-2 win for Pierre in game 2 of the day. We'll step aside for 2 minutes, come back and wrap it up here from Renner. You're listening to Post-8 Baseball on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Sometimes you get a piece of it and the ball sails over the fence. Other times, despite your best efforts, you strike out. I'm not just talking about the game, I mean your day. This is Pastor Sam of Faith Lutheran Church. Whether today feels like a home run or a strikeout, I encourage you to join us for worship. We celebrate when God gives us a wonderful day. We provide support and encouragement when that 3rd strike comes. Come join us for encouraging and uplifting worship at Faith Lutheran Church.
Look, it's no secret that owning a vehicle can cause a lot of stress, and they get a lot of wear and tear on them through the extreme seasons we've grown to love. Graham Tire wants you to know that you can trust them with any problem that you have with your vehicle. Their ASE certified mechanics can make your AC cool again, or even just change your oil. They can look into and fix those noises that seem to come from nowhere and have you stressed out. Bring your car to Graham Tire so they can put your mind at ease. Graham Tire, your tire store next door.
Why am I so sore? There are everyday moments.
Hey, hold the ladder! Hold the ladder!
Yeah, that hurt. And there are epic moments.
Slide, slide, slide! College! Slide!
Class of 1995! When a moment creates a health need, visit the experts at Avera Orthopedics. We're moving health forward so you can tell the story. Learn more at avera.org/orthopedics.
Discover the ultimate driving experience at Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota in Pierre. With our extensive lineup of vehicles, including reliable sedans, rugged SUVs, and powerful trucks, finding your perfect match has never been easier. Plus, our dedicated team is committed to providing top-notch customer service, ensuring your satisfaction every step of the way. Visit us today and experience the excellence at Capital City Ford, Lincoln, and Toyota. As we welcome you back, it is a doubleheader sweep for the Eights today, as they beat Renner Sultans in Game 1 3-2 and finish with a 7-2 win in Game 2 against Yankton to close out the season with two big wins to finish at 9-27 overall. And the Eights now will wait to see who they will play in the best 2 of 3 series. I would say right now the odds are between Watertown and Yankton will be the two teams that they will probably see. Watertown's probably got a better chance of seeing the Eights, but either way, we'll let you know as soon as everything is done and we've got everything lined up for the state tournament. Once Monday's games are done, we'll know exactly where the Eights will go, and probably we'll know where they will go depending on how those games line up. You know, we could tell you how they're going to be before even the games play on Monday tomorrow. But Cooper Twilliger goes a complete game, giving up 7 innings. He gave up just 2 hits in the ball game, as there were just 2 hits, 2 runs. Both of them were earned, 2 walks, 3 strikeouts, and the Eights were able to find a way to get through with Cooper Twilliger getting that win and picking up the opportunity to give his team a chance to then go and have an opportunity to play against a solid club in the playoffs coming up here at the beginning of next week, or at the end of next week. But he gave up just 2 hits in 7 innings. The first 2 guys reached base with a single and a double. That was the only hits that he allowed. 2 walks, 3 strikeouts. Cale Gary will pick up the loss. 2 innings and 2 1/3 innings, 7 hits, 6 runs, 3 walks, and a strikeout. It was 7 runs on 9 hits, 2 errors, and 8 men left on base for Pierre. 2 runs, 2 hits, an error, and 5 men left on base for Yankton. Time of the ball game was an hour and 35 minutes as the Eights pick up the huge win and finish the South Dakota season with those 8 wins overall, as they end up at 8-17, make that 9-16 in South Dakota games, as they pick up win number 9 and 10 of the season as well. So the Eights will get those wins, and they will now wait to see who they will face in the playoffs coming up here on Thursday. So that will wrap things up for us here. We're going to have we'll have for you Sunday Night Baseball coming up with the Red Sox and Dodgers. I want to say thanks to Drew McIntyre back at the station. John Mickley here signing off. Post-8 wins Game 1 3-2 over the Renner Sultans and 7-2 over Yankton in Game 2, as we say so long from Renner.
You've been listening to Post-8 Baseball on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports. Post-8 Baseball is brought to you by Comtech, Bank West, Nystrom Electric, Dakota Sprinkler and Landscaping, American Family Insurance Brittany Scheffelbein Agency, Lamb Motors, Todd's Electric, Edward Jones Financial, CHS River Plains, Wagner Auto, Jaeger,
Faith Lutheran Church, Limebach Construction, First Dakota National Bank, Avera, Capital City Ford, Lincoln, and Toyota, Shane's Pharmacy, Gales Gas, Oahe Federal Credit Union, May Adam, Fisher Rounds, Ferding Electric, True Green Chemlon, Beck Motors, the South Dakota Office of the Attorney General, Division of Consumer Protection, Kruger Contracting, Egtegra, AGE Corporation Ready Mix, Stulkin Peterson LLP. Join us all season for Post-8 Baseball on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports. This has been a special presentation.